Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt. Hi. Hello. Hey.
Hi, everybody. It's Kat.
Hey. Hi.
It's not Sunday, though, is it?
It's what?
It's not Sunday.
It's not Sunday. No, it's Saturday. It's Saturday night. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. What are we doing here on Saturday? We're doing here on Saturday because sometimes we mix it up. Sometimes we've got lives to live. And sometimes we can't do it on Sunday morning. That's all. That's
That's what happened this week.
Mm-hmm. And but you know, it's fine. It's okay. It's GH time. The week is already over. It doesn't matter if we do it Saturday or Sunday. The 5 episodes have already been on. The drama has happened, and there's a lot to talk about.
Yes, there is.
There is.
Yes, there is.
All right. Okay. Well, let's not waste too much time here. That's last week's notes. Hey, Jacarius. Hey, Lissa. Lissa, thank you for leaving Bailey Sarian for us. I don't know who Bailey Sarian is, but we're happy that you like us better. And the Tomlin family is here as well. All of our friends are joining us here on a Saturday night. This is wonderful. This is amazing. I don't know what time zone y'all are in. We'll try to keep it clean. This is not the 10th floor after dark. That'll be a different show that I'm currently developing. I'm not developing it. Really? Wouldn't that be nuts? Okay. Wouldn't that be weird? What if we just decide to get sexy with General Hospital, huh? Or what we do is we just break down frame by frame Nikolas and Esme.
Well,
we get enough flashbacks,
the last love scene we saw, the Willow Michael love scene, was pretty soft pornish, remember?
It's true. It's true. They're getting real dirty with it. They're getting super dirty with it recently here on it's not love in the afternoon. It is boning in the afternoon. But we can get off that topic. I don't know if Max is listening, so hey, hi everybody. Hey, Leanne. Hello, Andrew. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Let's start with this, Jacarius. You're good.
Hey, guys.
You're good. Look, this is a good Jacarius jumping off point. Esme's gonna end up pregnant. Esme's already pregnant, folks. All right, I don't know. It's only been a couple of hours. It was like last afternoon, this afternoon. She might not be pregnant yet, but biologically speaking, we're on the way.
She did not even have time for a proper shower between those two. Not really.
Oh, Max is at a wrestling show. We can go nuts, Ma. All right. So I don't got to worry about.
He's excited to go to the wrestling. Remember you, Matt, going to the wrestling show?
Seeing Hulk Hogan and trembling, just isn't it?
You were standing on a chair, just shaking as Hulk Hogan and those guys came running by. Right? The first time you went to a big event, I think you were probably 4.
Yeah.
I mean, a little dude, and just so excited, you were just like shaking, crying because you were just so happy.
And then just a couple of months ago, I got to see you shaking and crying, so excited to see all of your favorite stars from General Hospital live on stage. So it's all one big circle of entertainment, right? Shaking and crying. Okay, I'm exaggerating. You didn't shake and cry. Of course not.
I might have shaken and cried on the inside. I might have.
Did you shake and cry with Donny Osmond? We got to give these people a quick Donny update.
Okay.
Super fast.
You want to hear the crazy Donny Osmond story? This is what happened. So I go to the meet and greet, and it's small. There's only like 6, 8 of us. The meet and greet was small, and he spends an hour with you. So, we get a lot of time. And he was talking about how he and Debbie both couldn't make the first move on each other when they were kids. Like your dad and I were, because we were kids. So I said, well, I was really assertive. I said to my then almost boyfriend, guess who likes you? Guess who likes you? Well, I do. Aren't you lucky? And right when I said that, somehow your dad butt dialed me.
Mm-hmm. Phone started ringing in front of this whole thing. Donny Osmond's like, what? Yeah. What is this? What is this noise? What is happening here?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, I'm sorry. It's my husband.
Well, I quickly hit end.
Yeah.
Didn't answer. And he goes, that was him, wasn't it? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, call him back. Mm-hmm. So it took 3 times before your dad answered because he was in the casino and stuff, and it's noisy and all that stuff, and he didn't intend to call me in the first place. Mm-hmm. So he answers, and I'm like, hey, Donny Osmond wants to speak with you. Would you can you talk to him? He goes, well, yeah, I guess. So Donny Osmond tells him what a lucky guy he is and how much Kathy here really loves you, how much she likes you, how much she loves you. And then your dad said at the end of the conversation, well, thanks for letting her go where I could have her.
That's so sweet.
Wasn't that sweet?
That is sweet.
It was so random and so fun and so cool.
So weird. So, I mean, from having posters of this man on your wall when you're 12 to him passing by you when you're in your 40s at a concert and you're like, ooh, to a phone call between my father and him, the 2 greatest loves of your life. I mean, talk about lucky.
And it was funny because earlier too, I said you were my first husband in my 12-year-old dreams. Mm-hmm. Like lots of other little girls in 1972. Yeah. So with your dad saying, well, thanks for letting her go. Yeah.
It's sweet. It's cute and something. Now, whenever you get to meet Donny Osmond again, you can say, remember that time, and he will.
It was super memorable.
Loveless says
we went to Gillies after there. And then we went to Gillies, and I danced and danced and danced. Wonderful time. And oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. Loveless says that Donny and my dad are your Sonny and Jason. Well, we'll call Dad Sonny, the one that you're with, but Jason, Donny, the one you've always wanted. Can you imagine? I mean, Matthew Osmond? Huh?
Maybe they are my 2.0s or something.
Oh my goodness gracious! But back to the show. I mean, great callback. What a good time! I'm glad that you had super fun experience, a memorable experience with Donny Osmond. You were just sitting there staring at him.
No. But it was super memorable and super fun. And so what about that General Hospital?
But Esme's pregnant. Esme's going to be, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to find out that she's pregnant. She's going to go to Ryan. She's going to go, Daddy. Guess what, Daddy? I'm pregnant, Daddy. And he's going to go, congratulations, my daughter.
Yeah.
You have done well.
Everything. They're becoming like, creepy masterminds.
It's super weird. It's super creepy, so. And it's weird because so as the weeks have been going by in General Hospital, it's getting harder and harder to avoid what we could consider the boys club that is in charge of this show. And to quickly put that into perspective, it started small, where people were going to baseball games and were in baseball uniforms and had baseball bets and all kinds of like baseball props and all that kind of stuff. And you're like, all right, the guy that runs the show likes baseball. It doesn't fit really well in a soap. Who cares about baseball? We're not sports fans here generally, right? We're here for the drama. Why are we at Little League games? Nobody cares. Things go on, things happen. Now we got Cody flying in, who text messages Frank Valentini. He's like, hey, you want a job? And Frank's like, all right, we'll parachute you in, buddy. Come on down. And then we've got like creepy Esme and Ryan. And I can just see these guys in their office going, that's creepy.
Like a Beavis and Butthead.
Esme's creepy. Yeah. Ryan wants a boner. Boing, boing, boing. Like, no, thank you, Frank Valentini. I'm so sorry.
Oh, dang it, Matt, that's funny.
Oh my goodness gracious! I'm sweating here in the LA heat. My goodness. Mari and Judy, Mari, Judy, we are here a day early. It is a Saturday, not a Sunday, because sometimes we've got to shake it up and surprise you folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Susan, welcome to the show as well. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Esme, Nikolas, Esme, Ryan, Esme, everybody is just the epitome of creepy. It's doing what they want
Yes,
it
they
to
are.
do. It's just creepy and uncomfortable.
Yeah. And you know, the control that out of his mind Ryan has reminds me of the Faison, the original Cesar
Yeah.
Faison, not Peter August wanting to be whoever he is, Heinrich. Whoever he is, Heinrich. No, the crazy one, the crazy one, Cesar.
Cesar.
That Ryan has that kind of insanity
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of control on certain individuals.
Yes.
And if he doesn't have that, and then he demands it of certain individuals as well because of his insanity.
Uh-huh. I am curious as to the story behind all of this. How did Ryan exert this control?
Well, and she's a damaged girl.
Super damaged.
At the base of Esme, she's a damaged.
Perhaps?
Yeah, so, I didn't say she was a good girl.
No. You can be a damaged bad person. Just because you have damage doesn't mean you secretly have a heart of gold behind there, right? Especially on television. Right. This isn't real life, But so parentage though. All right, the parentage question. It's out there. It's in the air. Okay. We've got some flashbacks to Felicia a couple of weeks ago when it comes to her interactions with Ryan, suggesting that.
A while ago, huh?
Yeah, suggesting that Esme might be her daughter in some way. We've got Mac and Felicia just constantly talking about babies, having kids. We missed our chance, but you raised my daughters. I only have 2. Maybe you've got 3, lady. I don't know. And then I didn't catch all of Friday, so I missed the end of their interaction. So I don't know if anything new was brought to that. Any new questions were brought to Esme's parentage. No. Or what? Yeah, I don't know. Who is gonna go find the nurse, the nanny? Is Sam gonna eventually go try to find that nanny?
Yeah, Sam is actually looking for her.
Okay.
He's not found her yet.
Got it.
And Carly, of course, put her nose in that too. Have a conversation with her about it, right? You did see that?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Oh, we got the Carly over here and Carly over
here. I wrote that down as the Carly Corinthos roundup. Yeah, I don't know if Carly Corinthos is even the right name anymore, but that's what I wrote down.
I don't think she's calling herself something else yet.
Well, I mean, okay, so I don't think she wants to be a Benson. I don't necessarily. I mean, does she feel a claim to Spencer?
If she was going to be anything, I think if she was going to adopt anything back, I believe it would be Spencer. But I believe that she'd also be more likely to keep Corinthos.
It's a powerful name.
The only reason why she'd change her name if she could actually for real marry Jason and have it stick. Then she changed the name to Quartermaine.
Or Morgan. Maybe she'll just change it to Morgan anyway. Just, well, he was the last person I was married to, sort of. What? No, I don't know. Caroline Durant, says Lissa. Oh, I don't know where the Durant comes from. Is that her Frank Durant? No, I don't know. Her real dad's name? Bio dad's name. Boom. There we go. Corbin Burnson, a guy from Major League?
Yes. I saw it. I remember him. Mm-hmm. I remember him. He was on the show for probably about a year, maybe longer.
Probably longer.
And I thought that he was a really, really good fit. He's a good actor. Mm-hmm. And I thought he was a really good fit because, Laura Wright doesn't look a thing like Jackie Zeman, but she kind of does look like
Corbin Burnson
when you look at them on screen together.
He ultimately wound up dying on the show, probably, right? He left to go do Psych, says Lisa. Interesting. Okay, cool. What else here is happening in the chat?
Almost got killed, right?
Yeah. I got to say it on air because, it's Saturday and we're sexy here tonight. But Lissa says that Esme is damaged because Nick tore that up, and I just couldn't let that go. That was too good to not contribute live onto the broadcast for all of our podcast listeners to listen to. Oh, Lissa. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you, everybody. joining us in the chat. T-Cherie, are Spencer and Trina still intertwined? Yeah. They still, deep down inside, they still want each other. Spencer, not so deep down inside. Trina, deep down inside, still wants her some Spencer. She's just making the logical, smart choices of not pursuing that.
And if they don't figure out a way to get Esme and catch her and prove all her nastiness, he's going to lose her to Rory.
Oh, yeah, already.
It's
already has. That ship is leaving the dock as we speak, all right? As much as Trina is like, no, I don't need anybody's help with this. I need to do this by myself. I'm going to reclaim my name on my own. You stay out of this, Rory. You stay out of this, Jocelyn. Rory's not going to stay out of it.
No.
But you know what?
She doesn't want him to.
Rory's making the right choices, okay? Spencer's never made the right choices when it comes to Trina. All right, it's drama, it's TV, it's for entertainment. That's why you guys want Sprina so badly. If this was real life, you'd be like, Sprina, what? No. But it's not real life, it's TV. So you want to see them overcome these obstacles and come together.
Yeah.
That's where the fun is, So Rory's making all of the right choices. He's the one that deserves her affection.
Yes, he does, because the difference between... So Spencer kind of does what Rory does, but he thinks about himself first, covers that first, and then tries to please her.
That makes sense.
Where Rory thinks of her first, tries to cover that first,
It's the difference between.
I'm not saying that's the way it should be or anything like that. It's just that's never the way it is for Spencer.
Yeah.
Someone else is not ever his first thought.
It's the difference, like at the Metro Court pool. It's the difference between going, I'm going to go to the bar. Do you want something? Versus I've gone to the bar. Here's yours.
Yeah.
Do you need me to say that again? Because I thought that was clever.
Yeah.
It's late on a Saturday. It's fine. All right. Spencer says, I'm thirsty. I'm going to the bar. Do you want something? Rory goes, hey, I just got back from the bar. Here's your drink. Spencer says, I'm thirsty. Do you want something? Rory is already taking care of it. You get it now, Ma?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, Kelly. Welcome. Did I say welcome to Kelly already? Welcome, Kelly.
I don't even know if I like which one I like better.
Rory or Spencer?
No, those two things.
Oh, well, hey.
Whatever. Anyway.
They're both equally impressive to you. So that maybe it's not great. Maybe it's not great because you're being thought of in both situations. Hi, Kelly. I said that 4 times now. Oh, goodness.
So,
anyway.
you know what, though? This is what, and I think they edge toward this a tiny bit. Spencer and Ava need to join forces somehow. And I alluded to that a little bit.
I think we're getting there a little bit, all right? Esme needs, not Esme, Ava. Ava needs to pump the brakes a little bit on the whole money thing. And be like, listen, you gotta listen to me. Or I'm going to take your money away versus, I don't know, something else, something that would be a little more appealing to Spencer. I don't know.
Well,
Spencer's weird.
She did. Maybe you missed it on Friday. It might have been part of Friday that you missed.
Oh, okay.
But they did have a conversation where Ava kind of like said, but
what do you want
what's really going on?
Yeah. I did see that part. What are you up to?
But man, if he would like trust her in some sort of way, and he can trust her, especially when Trina's involved.
Yeah.
If anybody else was involved, she wouldn't give a crap.
No, not so much anymore. T-Shree asks, what's wrong with putting yourself first? There's really nothing wrong with putting yourself first. No. Even in a relationship in a duo, there still should be a little bit of putting yourself first to a degree. Just make sure that you get this one life. If putting yourself first is supporting the other person, awesome. But if you want to go to Disneyland and the other guy doesn't, go to And
I'm not talking about like just our ordinary lives. These are these are soap opera people where little Spencer has been like manipulating people. He's very charismatic, and you can't help but love him. But he's been throwing people underneath the bus, talking down to people, and being pretty much a rude little pretentious ass his whole life. So no, he has at a different level of putting himself first.
Yeah. But there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I put myself first on a regular dang basis.
Absolutely.
Don't I, Matt?
We all gotta. You don't let things go for so long. Ryan is hey, so Ryan it was Ryan's dream of eating Mac, right?
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't
Hannibal Lecter, Ma. So what it is Frank Valentini really is watching, and I've been talking about Hannibal Lecter for. I mean, not necessarily. I didn't say it about Ryan. I said it about Cyrus. But hey, I'm still getting my Hannibal thing. He's just eating people's throats out. I'm for it.
Yeah. But yeah, whew. It's crazy. He's done a lot of crazy things. And this has got hacked off his own hand not too long ago. And this poor little damaged Esme. Oh my gosh. You know what? She got a lot of things coming to her.
Yeah.
Someone's got to stop her. But I think we're going to find that she is just a hollow person of sorrow. Just empty. And just, I don't know.
Maybe Felicia will come to her rescue. I don't know.
Maybe. You never know.
I mean, somebody out there knows. Somebody out there has it written on some whiteboard in a writer's room somewhere. But I haven't seen it. So I don't know.
So that's what has to happen. Ava and Spencer need to team up and get this girl. And Nikolas needs to make sure that he stays away from her because he clearly loses his marbles when she's around, and she is so. Come on for round 2. You can totally read that she's like, "Come on, Daddy."
I will stand by you if you need to tell Ava. I will stand at your side.
Yes.
We made love. Oh yeah! Oh my goodness gracious! You know. If this was okay. The real life, this age group, she'd say, "Oh no, our hookup. We hooked up. We shouldn't have hooked up." Is what she would have not done. Make it love thing. No, she's just trying to manipulate him into having more problems so she can split up Nikolas and Ava and allow Ryan to slide right in and all that kind of craziness.
Just so weird.
Hey,
She's damaged, but she's also demented, and she's also evil on her own.
Yeah, it's no good. What I need is I want to see the. They can't write therapy. I don't know what it is, but I want to see the actual therapy. I want to hear the questions. I want to get the answers. That's what I want. I
wonder what end game for Esme is going to be. If she's going to wind up, in the padded cell next to her dad.
Possibly for a little while.
Wouldn't that be crazy if after it all is over, she actually is locked in?
Like she's just
the way Laura was before. Laura was locked in. A long time ago.
Yeah, she was, and then she revisited that when she was breaking in to go get Monty Gray's mama.
Yeah. And Ryan is impersonating exactly what Laura was like. Except for, I don't think Laura communicated with Blinky. I don't think so. I don't recall. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. There was. I don't know. I don't think she blinked. She just sat in a chair and stared out a window.
Yeah, they pretty much, they did like the back of her head because, Jeannie Francis.
And they were always getting Jeannie in there.
They did the back of her head, and it just reminded me of Psycho in a way because they had her sitting in a rocking chair a lot too. It was just the back of her blonde head, and I just kept on thinking about Psycho and Mama up the window all the time. It's dumb, actually. Anyway, maybe I'm Psycho. That's the problem.
No, you're not Psycho, Ma. Come on. But the
two of them, but Esme also, thought that Ryan and Esme are getting sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting sloppy a little bit.
I mean, Esme's really starting to sink her plan, put her plan into motion, sink her claws into people. I don't know exactly how you want to put it. But yeah, whenever Esme really gets out there and tries something, the likelihood of her failing at it or getting caught increases. I mean, Spencer already knows about the drugging, and I mean, everybody knows that she did the sex tape. She hasn't gotten away with it. She just hasn't been arrested for it,
Right.
So it's only a matter of time.
Oh, but when I saw that the two of them, when I saw that she had been with both of them within a 24-hour span, yeah, there's.
Yeah. I just had an interesting visual provided to me by the chat, and it was just a simple "Hi Daisy, welcome to the show." Daisy Flower 40. I need Joss and Trina to beat Esme. And in my head, I just saw Jocelyn and Trina standing over Esme on the ground on a blacktop, like playground, just kicking her. Bam, bam.
Oh yeah, like a regular old school ground blacktop fight, right? I've gotten a couple of those. I did.
Oh goodness! But Kelly says you're sweet, so after that. Maybe we're not so sweet. I don't know.
A couple of those.
Oh, hey Sandy, welcome to the show. This chat is full tonight, Ma. We got to do more Saturday nights.
That's awesome.
We got to do more Saturday nights. That's what it is. That's what it is. The PCPD to me are like the bad news bears. Let's talk about the PCPD some. We can talk about Rory. We can talk about the PCPD. They haven't solved any cases in about 20 years.
No.
Harrison Chase has been suspended for a year, I guess. A long time. And when did he punch Valentine? He punched Valentine ages ago, right?
I know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't get it.
Yeah. So all of that was
on the force yet.
Yeah, all of that was inspired from the fact that the chat believes that Felicia is going to be the one that ultimately solves this Esme thing because she is more effective than the PCPD because she's the one that solved Peter.
I agree with you. If she ultimately is the one that has to take out Peter, why can't she? Come on. She can just, come on, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them exactly what to do. Remember, wasn't she a PI too one time?
Felicia? Felicia's always been an adventurous. She's always been an adventurous.
Yeah, I think she was a PI for one time. And yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and back to Esme for a minute.
Oh, yeah,
remember, sure. and back to Esme for a minute. Remember, Sam is looking for Maggie.
Yes, that is the nanny. The nanny. That Esme still corresponds with. Right.
That she knows a lot of stuff.
Okay. Daisy confirms yes. Felicia was once a PI, so yeah, she's got all the skills. She's got all this. Listen, it's hard pressed to find somebody on the cast that can't solve crime, except for a detective that works for the PCPD. Robert, Anna, Finn. Crime solvers.
Sometimes the obvious is just not obvious to them. Sometimes, right?
Sometimes, but hey,
sometimes
it's what it is. It's under budgeting, maybe. Lack of training. Maybe it's the fact that they only have 2 detectives on the force and one of them is suspended right now. That might have a lot to do with it. They've got 1 beat cop and 2 detectives. The PCPD it's such an easy target. It's too easy. It's too easy to go in on it.
It is. And they've always been kind of bumbling. You know who might do them some good? Get Taggart back in there. He was a badass cop.
Yeah, get Taggart back in there. We want to see more Taggart anyway. We need to see. We need Rory's partner to be Taggart, you know, and then that'll be fun. Just them in a car. There's the Hulu spinoff. Taggart and Rory partners. You know, we'll film it like cops. You know, have it be like reality TV. Too bad Fido's not in the chat today to listen to that brilliance. Let's talk. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I was going to change topics. What do you want to talk about?
No, I want to change topic. But yeah, let's go.
Let's talk about some Ashfords. Let's talk about Marshall.
Okay.
Let's talk about Marshall, Stella, and Curtis and their amazingness at the top of the week. Okay, especially Marshall when he finally told the truth.
Yes.
So good. That performance, amazing. Incredible. And then I also got to give it to Stella too, you know, Vernee Watson, who plays Stella, who, so, you know, like there's more to acting than what you say, you know, like her reactions to everything and just like the soft support that was in her face the whole time, I thought was stellar for Stella. Like really good. Yeah. Really good.
Yeah. You know, whenever an actor does a scene and you can, read heartache on their face.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's always nice to see.
It is.
And so you know, and Robert Gossett just it hit a grand slam with it. I mean, he's had a lot of time to prepare for having the speech, of course. But he did it, and what I really liked, I tweeted about it, and the exact quote is escaping my brain now. I took off. Yes. And the way that he said "I took off," because he's never said he's always said "I'm sorry, I wasn't there," you know, but he's never really like sat there and like said.
Yeah, he's never like really
put it into actual words. There's a difference between admitting what you have done versus just continuing to live in the truth of the situation. You know, you something happens, somebody finds out the truth about something, and you can move forward in that truth, but. The deceiving party, so to speak, doesn't always truly confess, you know?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes. It's just like sweep it underneath the kind of rug and then continue with our
moving on. Yeah, like, oh yeah, that situation happened, but we're not under the rug moving on in the truth. So, so for Marshall to finally say everything and say to the words to his son, and I took off.
Yeah.
Crushed him, destroyed him, brought up all of this emotion that he couldn't even really continue on with the conversation. And it was just stellar. And I know James Lett Jr., he loved it too. And he put up on Twitter that he wished it happened 3 months ago, which I kind of got to be with. But I'm glad that we finally got there though, because it was good.
I don't necessarily think 3 months ago, but 6 weeks ago? Yeah.
Yeah. Like before he took, like the whole taking off to come back thing we could have skipped that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it wouldn't have been any less poignant.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't have been. Yeah,
I don't
because
think so. If they wanted him to have a close call with a medical thing like what happened with TJ, they could have created that in Port Charles.
They could have tied it back into the mafia thing that they had kind of sprinkled him into a little bit. He could have got caught up in something, wrong place, wrong time, just like in New York. Yeah. There's other ways that could have been done. Absolutely, 100%. We get the chat theorizing.
And I love that Marshall had a scene with Epiphany.
Yeah, and it seems as though there's no problems there. She's not mad at him for taking. They weren't together anyway, you know.
No, they just like went
friends.
On like
they were kind of warming up.
They went on 2 or 3 dates.
Yeah. It's like Chet and Terry.
Yes.
But the chat is theorizing that Marshall might not actually be schizophrenic. I think it was Lissa who put that up a little while ago. He might have been being followed. Somebody could the paranoia could have been real because someone really is like digging in his trash at night or whatever it is that he was dealing with. And it's specifically because I have gone all this time incident free, and they kept on saying that and kept on saying that and they kept on saying that. I haven't had an incident in years.
It could be.
It could be. I thought that was pretty
Could
good.
be.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see how the. I still feel like there's more. There's always more, right?
Yeah, it would be good for there to be a little twist.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
With all this,
mm-hmm.
Especially since so much time has been invested on it, it would be nice for it to be more than one dimension.
Yeah, because we've had this big tearful confession, but now we need to figure out where are we going from here.
But I do, even if they leave the story alone, though, I do understand the stigma of what it must have been like.
Yeah.
To deal with this. As a young black man trying to find his footing.
And also trying to protect his family from something the world knew very little about. Not just him, but even doctors and psychologists and everybody. I mean, Curtis is what, in his late 40s?
I would say so, yeah.
So what, that would 70s is when he would have been born?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So Marshall's not a spring chicken.
No, he is not. No,
he's not. But he's not depicted that way either. Clearly you can say he's in his early 70s.
Yeah, probably. And then
that's what I think of when I do that anyway. Anyway, very good. Very good. I thought Portia was delightful. So supportive of all of them.
But
yeah.
is concerned for Trina. Yeah, I saw something flash in the chat. The chat's been going wild, folks. Keep contributing. Thank you so much. But I saw something flash in the chat a little while ago about Portia potentially being concerned about Marshall's schizophrenia because she is pregnant with Curtis's child. No, folks, no. She's worried about Marshall's schizophrenia because Trina is Curtis's daughter.
And that's what I thought too. I did not think about her being pregnant. I thought about her being concerned about her own daughter.
Yeah.
And schizophrenia is typically, something you can genetically inherit.
Yep, and that's what they talked about on Friday as well. I remember hearing a little conversation about, yes, Curtis, it could be genetic. If you want to go in for a screening, go for it. But you're 52 years old and not schizophrenic, so you can relax. So, but that, now what are we gonna do? We gonna get a sample? We're gonna get a DNA sample from Trina. Is Portia going to take it into the hospital? Is she gonna have to recruit Brad to go break into the lab? I mean, what's going on here?
That's just silly though. If it ain't happening, what are you worried about?
Well, I mean, so we need a way for Curtis to find out that Trina's her daughter is why this is happening.
Well, yeah. And just confessing and telling the truth is never an option.
Hey, Nikisha, welcome to the show. I hate that it looks like they're taking away Trina being a legacy offspring, but making Esme one. I don't quite understand that statement. How are they taking away Esme? Oh, because of Taggart. Got it. Taggart is a legacy character in Nikisha Moore's eyes. I understand without you answering me. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. I understand. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is one way of looking at it. I can't argue against that statement. That's true.
Yeah. It's true. And Taggart doesn't have any other children.
Not that we know about.
No.
But yeah. Well, on that note, we'll move on. Dex. We saw Dex get hired by Sonny a while ago. Dex is the skinny dude that works for Michael.
Yeah, but he's double crossing though.
Well, yeah, he's not a double agent. He's just a spy. So we saw Dex a couple of weeks ago. He got hired by Sonny. He was the temporary manager of the gym. And then Chet came back to town and was like, I'm going to be the manager of the gym again. And then now Chet has left town and now there's no manager for the gym. So I don't know what's going to happen with the gym because Dex works for Sonny now. So fun. And but he really works for Michael. Michael is his plant.
Yes.
Michael has sent Dex on the inside.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
I
really.
didn't see that coming either.
But man, that's such a Quartermaine move, isn't it?
It is, and people were like, "Oh, Dex Joss. This is going to be somebody that's going to put some drama into Joss and Cameron's life. This new badass that's working for Sonny, and Joss is going to fall for him. That's what he. Nope, and no." No. That's not what's happening at all. No, he's working for Michael, and I don't know what's going to happen with all of that. But he needs to be careful, or he's going to. I'm going to kill you myself. My own hands. You touch my children, I'll kill you. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said, huh?
That's exactly what happened. That's what happened. I want Dex and Brad, as they say. I want Dex and Brad too. I want Brad to be happy now. I didn't want Brad to be happy 2 years ago, but now I want Brad to be happy.
Yeah, so this Dex guy, he's
so what he tried to do is ascend to Jason's position too quickly. It was pretty much what happened there.
Yeah.
You know? Like
yeah.
And if you're working for Michael anyway, like, I don't know, cause like, so he's like, oh, we got to deal with Michael. And then he went to Michael's house, right? And then Brando caught him there. And then he's like, oh no, I was going to beat up Michael. Like, is that even a good cover story?
Right.
Like,
you should have said something about like looking for work or something.
Yeah, I thought that maybe I can get closer. He doesn't know that I work for Sonny. I thought that maybe they were looking for a stable hand.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah.
That stable setup thing, that set? Who in the heck has stables like that?
The Quartermaine.
With the spiral. And the coolest part, actually, I really liked the wrought iron cue, you know?
Yeah.
I like that thing.
Yeah.
With the little art, with the, you know,
Mm-hmm.
all that. I love that. But the spirals, I mean, come on. It just didn't look like a barn at all.
No, it didn't look like a barn. I think that was the purpose, the point, because the aesthetics was not ranchy. You know, it didn't look like, you know, it looked like they built a house for the horses. It did. Like with hardwood floors, and there was a coffee table and coffee to drink, and the horse was just standing there, like, this is my bedroom, Wilbur. Like.
Exactly. I did think about Mr. Ed too.
Everybody thought about Mr. Ed, especially when Ned was talking to the horse. Mr. Ned.
That's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
It was so funny. Anyway, let's talk about the whole pool incident.
Everything about the pool.
Everything about the pool. Spinelli stuff. What's going on with Spinelli?
Well, Spinelli's one of your favorite characters, so let's do it.
I'm not crazy. You know, I could be swayed. I'm not crazy about Cody yet.
No. The chat was theorizing that Cody and Dex might be related, but I think that just might be an example of a shallow gene pool. There's just not a lot of. Sometimes there's just not a lot of diversity. If you were to stand me, I'm sorry.
In Port Charles, it's getting more shallow.
It's getting a very, very shallow gene pool there. And if you were to like stand me next to Cody, like somebody could say, "Oh, are your brothers or cousins, right?" Just because I have a beard. Yeah. That's all. So I don't know. Like Cody. I don't know. It's weird and it's interesting because they've signed this actor to contract, so he's going to be doing stuff.
Yes, and I guess, you know, I'm sure the chat can tell us, but I know he's got a large soap opera. I don't remember him.
He was a Young and the Wrestler, Days of whatever Frank Valentini used to run, the Landview show.
Really, he was on One Life to Live?
I think so.
I don't know why I don't remember him. I
could be wrong. I could be wrong, but classically, see, I can't get away from this story because Twitter won't shut up about it. But basically, he used to work with Frank Valentini. He sent Frank a text one day saying, "Hey, how come I'm not in a general hospital?" And basically, Frank was like, "Come on down, we'll sign a contract."
Wow.
Yeah. So.
I love working with him then.
Yeah, he must really like him. I mean, I can't say that Cody, and I don't know the actor's name, so I'm just gonna have to call him Cody. His energy that he brings to the set, to the show, to the broadcast is a different flavor than the energy that other actors bring to a soap opera so far in what I've seen. I'm not going to say Cody and Spinelli are the same person, but when it comes to the energy that you pull off of a soap, their energy is different than someone like Jackson Montgomery, or you know what?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, because Cody seems to be more blue collar regular guy.
Yeah.
Where largely almost all the characters are always some kind of professional in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So he's more regular guy.
Yeah.
And then Spinelli is just so quirky and weird and so different. You know, they both are certainly not a typical soap opera character, the one we've seen.
Yeah.
So I think Cody is still going to remain that way, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what his game is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he'll wind up for it. They sure are testing him with her.
Well, it's not even testing. This is the direction they are going in. This is the classic meet cute. I can't stand you. What an embarrassing way to meet you. And eventually they're going to fall for each other. I can't stand how disrespectful you are. Take back your power, lady. I'm the chief of staff, even though she didn't say that. Those little things are going to become love. And you know, if it works, then cool. I'm for things working.
Yeah, so. Me too. And I think Spinelli may be the owner, mastermind of the whole singles thing.
And I don't know what sort of investor he might have in this thing, but it might be a dangerous investor. Is this connected to Selena? Potentially. Did he play a guy named Cutter on One Life to Live, I guess, is what they're saying here. And his real name is Graham Shields? I don't know. The chat's going by too fast for me to really pay too close attention to it now.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have to see what happens with him, and you know who hired him to drop in the stupid pool to begin with.
Zelda.
Was it Spinelli?
It was Spinelli. Spinelli's behind it. Spinelli's like, ooh, nobody can know what I'm really doing here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's really doing.
What's he really doing? I love that. I don't know.
Because if it was just matchmaking, then he wouldn't want to keep it a secret, right?
You would think not.
Well,
I'm all for it because that means there's more story for Spinelli
and Spinelli.
Bradford Anderson too. Still be there. Yay.
Oh goodness. So yeah, it seems as though Scotty and Cody might be, you know, kindred spirits. Maybe they can work together on suing people. I don't know.
Maybe Cody could be Scotty's other kid.
Just regular. T-Cherie really wants to know, what will Spencer's future be without Trina? There is no future without Trina. I'm sorry that you're going to be disappointed that Trina and Spencer wind up together for a while. She's asked it several times, and I just needed to answer because she really wanted to know. I love Scotty and Liesl as well, so does Sandy. You know who also loves Scotty and Liesl? Both Kathleen Gaddy and Ken Schreiner.
They do.
They have a great time together. They have a great time together.
Ken shared with us when he was with us just last week, right?
Yeah.
That they do have scenes coming up.
Yes. Yeah. Especially with the 15th anniversary, which I think is coming up at the end of this coming week. Yeah. That's
wonderful. I've been so happy that the committee hearings have been in the evening.
Yeah, well, we didn't need a million preemptions, even though they're historic hearings and all this kind of nonsense.
I know, and I know that, I think it's necessary and all that, but, it's just nice for us not to be, General Hospital not to be preempted.
Yeah.
Once again, right?
Spinelli told Sonny months ago he's working on a new venture, says Judy. So we've been laying the groundwork for Spinelli running this app for a while now. Something will come of it, especially right now. Something is heating up in this story. Before it was kind of in the periphery, in the background. Just like when Gladys, Brando, and Sasha were all kind of bonding together as a family. That was kind of happening in the periphery, kind of happening in the background, little conversations here or there around the dinner table, little conflicts. I remember talking about it on the podcast. I thought it was a fun way to develop their life without giving them a bunch of scenes, because every single time we saw them, something had advanced.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, but it's about to heat up. I want Selena Wu to be involved because I want Selena Wu to be involved in everything.
Well, yeah, and then Brad kind of like invited her to give him more work and stuff, and he says it was kind of fun and stuff. Yeah. He's going to wind up in hot water. Oh, he's going to wind up in a situation he doesn't know what to do.
Jason would have got me out of this.
Exactly. Being dumb, being dumb.
Yeah. Hey, Kelly, don't worry about missing Ken last week. It is still up on YouTube. You can catch it.
Sure can.
Yes. Okay, all right, T-Cherie. All right. The last time I'm going to talk about this. Anyway, today. We'll talk about it again next week with a big smile. Spencer can't have a future without Trina. I don't know what that is. We have not explored it on the show at all. It could be anybody. It could be Ava. Who knows? But wouldn't that be a twist? See, if I was running the show,
look, she had a very off and on lusty affair with Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
She's done that once already. I don't see that happening. I don't think she's going to get as dirty as Nikolas.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I don't think so. But that little Esme, you know what? She right now, she just go running back and forth in the hallway as long as the two of them are going to do that.
Yeah.
She'll run back and forth in the hallway.
Yeah.
She would. Dirty little thing. And so broken. Dirty little thing and so broken.
That's so nasty. Just nasty and just grossness and just be protective.
Ava needs to stab that fool right in the back again and get a better location.
All right. Let's see. Yeah.
She got him good.
Yeah. Let's Lissa keeping us on track. All right. I don't know what we would do without Love Lissa. Okay. And the rest of the chat. And let me not just give a bunch of love to Lissa, even though she demands it in her name. Because I like all of you people. I appreciate all of you people. But Lissa mentioned the magic name, which is Gladys. And I can't resist talking about Gladys. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Gladys still has some good intentions, right? Very much so.
Yeah. She has the best intentions she's ever had on the show.
Yeah.
Like she's mothering both of these people now. And being the bridge of logic between Brando and Sasha and relating her experience with Brando's past with what's going on with Sasha's currentness and just so good, Mother. It is good.
It is good.
It is good.
It is good. They decided to go somewhere else with Gladys.
And I'm for it.
Make her more of a person and less of a character.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, when she needs to pull that out, she'll be able to. Just like Liesl can, just like Britt can, just like Maxie can, just like all of these people that have grown can still pull it out if they need to.
Oh, sure. And when they do, and they haven't done it for a while, and then they come up with a real good one, it's so entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Gladys is a great. I need to know if Frank Moran still hates her. Our little podcasting circle. I just need to know. And I appreciate Bonnie Burrows so much. I really think that her talent is good. It's incredible, honestly. I've always enjoyed her performance. I've always thought the of Gladys was good, and we're getting less. We're getting way less of that. But the sincerity that she's able to bring is just as entertaining and just as believable and just as good. And folks, if you know Bonnie Burrows, send her our way, please.
Yeah,
please send her our way. Because I want to talk to her about Gladys and the many layers that Bonnie Burroughs does bring to this character, and the layers that she's always brought to the character.
Yes.
And
And how
just
she has really made, and she made Gladys her own.
Really, really. I don't think that if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have Gladys.
I don't think so either.
You know, because
I think she'd be, you know, maybe she was one of those characters that are supposed to be on 6 weeks kind of thing. Maybe.
Yeah. Like Julian. You know, like Julian was supposed to be on for 6 weeks, and then they're like, "No, we like you. Sign a contract. Stick around."
Yeah. I thought it was good. I do think that Sasha will wind up going back to dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she ultimately didn't admit it to Brando, right? Like, she just kept on pushing.
She has never admitted to Brando that she had a slip.
Right. So that just means that she's gonna have another slip.
Exactly.
She's still trying to keep it a secret. If she had true intention of never doing it again, she would have told her husband.
Right.
But as you know, I smoked for a little while, and it was difficult to get off of it because you would constantly just be like, listen, I'm quitting it, but it's fine. You know, there'd be constant, no. Well, I don't need to tell somebody that I'm still smoking. I don't need to say so because I've got it. I've got it under control. You know, in a couple of weeks, it's going to be over with anyway. People can just believe that I have quit because I don't need to disappoint them. I get it. I get it. But that also is a sign that you're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, yeah, Sasha's still got trouble in front of her.
Yeah.
And hopefully Gladys can help her through it. But, you know, Gladys is so smothering, though, currently.
Mm-hmm.
Even when Sasha's having a good day.
Yeah.
She's very smothering.
It's not exactly always helping the amount of attention that she's getting. I get it. It's tough. And, you know, Gladys does have that history with Brando, and she doesn't want to have something terrible happen to Sasha. Makes sense to me.
No.
It makes sense to me. Daisy says that Luke was supposed to be a short-term character, too. See what happens when you just get a great charismatic actor sliding in there?
Yeah.
Because Bobby was on before Luke, right? And they were just like, let's just bring on somebody that's like Bobby's brother or something. He can be some grifter.
Brother was supposed to visit.
Yeah.
It's
just some grifter thing, right? Like
stir something up, but he wasn't supposed to stick around. Yeah, absolutely. I do remember that. Absolutely. Yeah. So, who else we going to talk about, Matt?
I don't know. What else have we had on here? We talked about Dex. We talked about Sonny Michael. We talked about Brando's joining the Mafia bit by bit. Brando, Sasha, and Gladys was good stuff. We talked about Spinelli. We talked about Britt and Cody. We talked about Brad and Obrecht. We talked about Laura some. She was there in town supporting her family, being there for people. We didn't talk about Finn. Going to see Elizabeth. Elizabeth was like... Elizabeth. Finn, I told you not to come. Well, I didn't want you to think that I abandoned you. I didn't want you to be hurt. You're hurting me. You're hurting me now.
Yep. That is indeed what happened.
So, you know, Finn doesn't get the picture. I don't know what's going on with Finn.
I don't understand what's wrong with Finn. Come on.
Captain
he knows
Obsession.
Got to stay away from there. And Laura knows that he was supposed to stay away from there too. The only person that should have been there at all is Laura, because that's the only person Elizabeth wanted there.
Right. And it's because Laura's like the mom, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
And now I think Finn is going to do another stupid thing and call her parents.
Yeah, Finn, come on, stay out of it, Finn. I'm going to take your kids out camping, too. Now, okay, so I get that to a degree, because Violet is also these kids' cousin. Like, you know, like there still is, he's Uncle Finn to them, you know? So, like, there is that bridge there. But he wasn't bringing them as nephews. He was bringing them as stepkids.
Yes. Blending the families is what said. They said.
That's what Laura said. And then that made Cameron go...
Blending the families. And I thought, blending the families... They are one family already, really. Right? Right?
Yes, they are already one family, but they're blending it in
these children are first cousins.
Because you see, many, many years ago when I was 23, I met a pretty girl who was pretty as could be.
He became his own grandpa at the end of that story.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
We'll save that for the 10th floor nurses ball. What we'll do is big Zoom thing. Okay, we'll get all you people in here. You all could chip us $5. We can do a big Zoom thing. You guys can do some nurses ball karaoke. We could just do a live broadcast. We won't save it because YouTube has a tendency of taking things down anyway when it's like that. We'll just have a party on YouTube. Let's do it, folks. The 10th floor nurses ball. We could Fido Xavier to play. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Robert Gossett, you're invited to play that clarinet. Oh goodness. So ultimately, do you think that they're going to be bringing Liz's parents back? I guess because they're calling, right? But it's a new set of actors. It has to be.
It has to be. Yeah.
I don't
even recall her mom. Okay.
I don't think she was ever on the show, was she? She was some person that Jeff met abroad.
I don't really know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that she was a main character on the show, but Jeff Weber is her dad. And MacGyver ain't gonna come do none of that. Come on.
Yeah, no. Richard Dean Anderson is very retired and very much enjoying his twilight years as he does interviews about Stargate SG-1 and doesn't ever talk about MacGyver. So hey, at least in my little circle of nerddom, I don't ever really hear him talking about MacGyver. Yeah. So apparently Jeff and Elizabeth's mom were married off screen, and Elizabeth was born off screen. Showed up 15 years later.
And Sarah too, her sister.
Sarah.
She has another sister too.
Oh, where's Sarah?
Sarah.
Where's she?
Well, we don't know where she is, but she has a full sister, Sarah.
Have we never seen Sarah?
Sarah was on when they first came on when they were kids.
Oh, okay.
Teenagers.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sarah and Elizabeth were there together for a while, living with their gram.
Okay. Sarah is a doctor. All right. Cool. Well, just doctors in the family. Doctors, nurses, doctors, medical professionals galore.
Yeah. Living somewhere else, and then she has.
Okay. Jacaria says Sarah disappeared, so he must have got Chuck Cunningham. She got Chuck Cunningham. Went upstairs and was never saw again. Got it. Oh goodness. Well, all right. So all of this stuff is from Elizabeth Pass. This break, this sleepwalking / mental illness or whatever it is that she's dealing with is from her childhood, not from Franco's death. Whatever it was, Franco's death might have reinvigorated this in some way. I don't know what it is. Twitter suggested maybe she was diddled. I'm not for that. We don't need Elizabeth to be diddled and assaulted. We don't need that. Plus the James Harvey stuff was icky anyway. We just don't need to go back there.
I don't want that either.
So I'm for Jeff killed somebody. I'm for she saw a body.
Maybe she witnessed something or something.
Yeah, I'm for any number of things. Yeah, Alyssa says I hope she saw a murder, something like that.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah. So now it's not like she hasn't been around people who have been murdered in her life since then, but I guess we can say the special love that she had for Franco, like the end game love that she had. While she loved Lucky, it wasn't end game love. It was tumultuous, and she cheated, and he was a drunk and did drugs and all. Like it was messy.
Yeah.
Nikolas, messy. Everything was messy except for Franco. Franco wasn't a messy relationship.
Now, Franco and Elizabeth, they had a long journey to finally getting together because he was always not lying to her, but he was always omitting something. And they'd have to get past that. And then something else would happen. It's not that he really lied, but he would omit something that would be somehow made a difference with her. And they did that dance for a long time. But once they really got together, they were pretty good. They were pretty solid. Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah. And people were comparing Franco and Finn on Twitter a little bit that I saw earlier today, where they were saying it took Franco 2 years to take these kids out somewhere. 2 years to finally have a you two and me, or you three and me, kids, let's go and do something. And here, I mean, Uncle Finn is the only difference there. Is my only defense on that is he's Uncle Finn.
Yeah. Yes, because the relationship with Uncle Finn was already there.
Yeah. Don't apologize to Heflin. I'm always happy that you're here. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm sorry that you've come in now to Heflin because we've kind of covered it all. Chad, is there anything that we missed? Let's see here. Franco was a serial killer. He's lucky Liz let them go anywhere with him. I mean, he had the tumor removed. He wasn't a serial killer anymore.
Oh, yeah, that was a long journey too, redeeming him. But I think that they did. I think if they would have kept, somehow James Franco would have stayed on the show, he wouldn't have been as redeemable. But
oh no, well, James Franco as a person is irredeemable. So what are we gonna do?
Yeah. So, but the slow progression of making Franco just a little less eccentric and a little more normal and a slow crawl.
I always compared him to Tad Martin at the end there. I thought he was the Tad of the show. He's just fun, jokey, charming, good.
Yes.
Genuinely good. I was with it. I liked it. Franco should have stayed dead. Franco is dead. So you've gotten your wish, Jacarius. Jason still wanted to kill Franco even after the tumor. Well, Jason has mental illness, brain damage.
And he was gone. For the redemption story, he was gone.
The first thing that Jason did was punch that man in the face when he came back. And then Carly was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He married Elizabeth. Everything's okay now. You forgave him? I kind of had to. I didn't want to, but I kind of had to.
And she almost married him. Carly did? Come on.
Oh, goodness gracious. Michael E. Knight is on State of Mind tomorrow. Everybody check that out. That'll be fun.
Oh.
Let's see. Sarah slept with Lucky. Look at all of this drama from yesteryear that I didn't see. Jeff Weber used to be married to Heather. Look at all of this history that I'm getting in the chat.
Yes.
Yes. Jacarius finds Liz boring. She ain't up to much. Sarah left town in 2002. I want Elizabeth to be a hero. Victorious Josie. I want Elizabeth to be a hero of her own story instead of having Finn try to fix things.
Yes!
Finn is going to fix himself out of this relationship is what's happening.
He sure is.
He's I figured it out. I called your parents. When he calls her parents and they show up, she is going to jump down his throat. She jumped down her own kid's throat for talking to them on the phone. What do you think she's going to do to Finn?
And he doesn't remember that? Come on.
Right?
Oh, Jake was just trying to get bond with his grandparents. What's the problem?
Because I don't want him to. That's the problem, Finn.
Right now, Finn and Nikolas are both like slipping into stupid boyhood, but in different ways.
Oh, man. Why did they kill Franco just to bring Roger back as boring Austin? I don't know.
I've questioned that myself, actually. Franco, I don't know, maybe they just didn't actually, since he was so redeemed, they didn't know what to do with him anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. I don't know. Yes, I don't think Austin has been given enough story.
No.
Not
yet. And maybe Roger Howard's is just busy. Maybe he's taking a break,
Well, I hope that's true. But yeah, I don't think right now, he doesn't have a front burning story. He doesn't. No. He and Maxie are not front burning.
No. But also at the same time, all right, folks, I don't know how tired Roger Howard is. I don't know what else he's doing. Maybe he is taking a break. I mean, because he had been on the show, and now he's not on the show, Like maybe he's resting. He's possibly resting. I don't know. And when it comes to Maxie just got out of being on the top of top storylines for years on GH. Yes. And I understand that Carly and Sonny and Jason and all of them were immune to story ebb and flow because they were your Hulk Hogan's, your John Cena's, whatever wrestling reference that you're going to understand the best. Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, The Rock, John Cena, Roman Reigns, whoever it is that you have been watching, you have your super megastars, your headliners, the ones that are always there. Then you have the people that kind of come and go, and they're still good, they're still great. You love Chris Jericho. You think The Undertaker's great, but they're not always there.
Right.
But sometimes they're the champion, and sometimes they're just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not.
I want to see him. I want to see him more because Roger is a good actor.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
I want to see him more. I do want to see him more, and I do understand what the chat was saying that if you're not gonna do something with it, why are you fixing something that's not broken?
Why did you do anything at all? Right.
Yeah,
right.
why?
I don't
Exactly.
know.
Exactly. I get that.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it too.
And I want Brooklyn and Chase. Brooklyn and Chase, come on. Yeah, to see them at the pool all day long and all that again. Yeah, that's a slow burn too, isn't it?
It's a slowest burn. That is the slowest burn.
Yeah.
You know who else is also a slow burn is Vanna. All right. So you know what's going to happen in about 4 weeks is the 4th of July. Do you know the first time Valentine and Anna kissed on the show was 4th of July last year?
Wow. That much time has went by.
That much time has gone by. They kissed under the fireworks of July 4th, if I'm not mistaken. But I do remember them kissing under fireworks, and I can't think of any other reason for them to be kissing under fireworks unless it was New Year. I don't think it was New Year. I think it was 4th of July. I really do. I think there was some sort of backyard barbecue.
Probably.
I don't know. Chat will tell me if I'm dead wrong, but I think it's been a solid year, folks.
I think it has been too. Because, you know, the whole Peter thing, Creek thing, all that stuff has happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that I had a great time doing a Saturday show, and I might have to come and sit back down on another Saturday and you know what would be fun, because here's the thing. We want to talk about some reality for a second, Ma. Let's do it. Okay?
Sure.
Let's
talk about it.
I love General Hospital. I think General Hospital is great. I enjoy watching this. I think there's a lot of fun things to pull out of it. But General Hospital is not a perfect show. It is far from a perfect show. And maybe it might be worth it one day just for our own mental health to have a special episode where we don't talk about everything that we loved and we talk about things that we wish could be better. I don't know, just a different spin on it. Not to be shady, not to be like, oh man, this is terrible and these people need to be fired or anything like that. But an exploration between you, me, and the chat about what if we were to burn down Charlie Street and 15 characters die? Who would we pick? You know, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Kat, how long have you watched? I've been watching since the mid-70s. Mama has been watching, I think, since about the same.
Yeah, it's just, since about 77, 78, around that time.
Yeah.
I was in 11th, 12th grade.
And there definitely is one key person that we didn't talk about, and we're not going to get to them this week because I'm ready to get on the elevator and go.
Okay.
And that is me, Willow. I have all the family I need. I'm still going to find out who my mom is, though.
Yeah. Oh, Carly.
That's all right. That was part of the Carly Corinthos roundup that we didn't actually perform. Next time. That's all right. We got 5 great episodes if they're not preempted next week. So, Mother, next week we're back on Sunday morning, right?
Let me look at the calendar real quickly, but I believe so.
It would be June 12th. I'm sorry, that's tomorrow. It would be June 19th.
June 19th. Cool. That is Father's Day. We are doing something on Father's Day, but we're doing it here.
In the afternoon, right?
Yes, in the afternoon, so I can plan accordingly.
Okay, all right. Well, what we'll do is we just won't go on for an hour and 45 minutes.
No, it probably would be better not to go on for an hour and 45 minutes next week. It probably would be better, to not do that.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, hey, folks, thanks for joining us right here on the 10th floor. We're going to see you next Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, right here on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to go on the elevator and go back down. I'm going to go through the whole speech now. We're going to get on the elevator. We're going to go back down to the first floor. We're going to get the heck out of here. We're going to go into the parking lot garage. We're going to hide from Victor Cassadine, who's out to get us. And we're going to get into our cars, and we're going to tune our radios to old episodes of the 10th Floor Podcast, which you can find on all of your podcasting platforms. Plus, what is it? June 11th, so about 6 months worth of the podcast on YouTube as well, right there in the library.
Yep.
So, I'm going to get the heck out of here. So, I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And we're going to catch you right here next time on the 10th floor. So go spend some time with your families. I don't remember how I used to do that. It's been out of order so much recently. I need to go back to listening to the audio podcast to get gotta get myself back in order.
Okay.
Because it's important that these people spend some time with their families and not just with us.
Absolutely.
So good night, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll catch you right here the next time on the 10th floor. Goodbye.